following rules and routines. It's gotten a lot more relaxed in my classroom, but it is still very overstimulating, and I am an introvert with anxiety, so like noise, I know it's like, so what are you doing as a teacher? I'm good at it, I promise. It's just probably not the perfect match for me. So apart from that, well, let's just go ahead and get playing. Also, I'll explain this first. This is Candy Crush. As you can see, I am pretty hardcore. I hadn't played it in years, literally years. I played it when it first came out, and I remember beating the game. Like, I got to level, say, 1,000 something, and that's all they had. And then I used to have to wait for new levels to come out. Anyway, I just, like anything, any fad app, I just stopped playing. I was watching Pluto TV because they have a channel that is just the challenge all the time. And that is all I did over Christmas. I know we're in April right now, but I gotta catch you up, you know. That is all I did over Christmas, was watched every season that was available. I'm a real cable girly, so I love the choice being taken from me. That I just flick on the TV and whatever episode is on, that's the episode I'm watching. But I do love a binge. So Pluto TV, this is not sponsored by the way, I mean, hey Pluto, if you want, is perfect for me because they have channels of just The Amazing Race, just Survivor, just Big Brother, just The Challenge, just Dance Moms has been the new one I've been revisiting. And so I just turn it on, and whatever episode it's on, it just, you know, well, that's where we're gonna start. I love having the choice taken away from me. So that's what I did. Maybe I told you guys that in the last video I filmed over Christmas, I don't remember. But there was a commercial for Candy Crush, and I said, I'm gonna log back into that. And so I did. And so since Christmas, I've completed like 3,000 levels. They've made it a lot easier. They give you so many boosters and stuff. So all this to say, I thought we could play, and I could chat about my last few months. So this is the level I'm on, 4,402. 4,402. And I gave my boyfriend this iPad for Christmas. So now I don't have to use his phone to double film, which is great. I'm not used to using the pencil though. Let me know, because I would love to film more videos like this. Let me know if you'd rather see the pencil or the tippy tappy of my finger. I'll do the pencil today just because it's quieter and I am speaking. So, as I was saying, I'm a teacher. I've had a really crazy year. Oh my gosh, they only give you 4 lives at this level, holy moly. I'm not even gonna get close. And I also have a second job on the side that I don't know if I've told you guys about, where I work from home. And I love the job. It has to do with AI and like training AI. Oh, they won't let me use any boosters. I've never seen that before. I thought maybe I wasn't logged in correctly or something. I don't want to increase the game speed. So, and that job that I'm talking about, I make my own hours. So, since Christmas, I have been working a lot on that because my boyfriend and I are looking at moving. And I would this job decide for us where we go. And like, I know like any Americans watching are probably like, yeah, that's how it works. You apply for jobs and then you move for your job. But like in Canada, most people I know still live where they grew up. Like, I'm from a rural place. It's not common to like pack up and move for your job. Oh, okay, we're gonna try to beat this time, because look how many boosters we have. We just ran out of moves, but you know what? Oh yeah, it's gonna give us 25. We're gonna get past this, no problem. I have 45 gold coins. I have only spent money on this game once, and it was the other day, because I was really having fun playing, number one, and number two, there is some sort of competition for your share of $1 million, so I've made it into the knockout rounds. Now I'm sure when it boils down, even if I won, it would be my share of $1 million, with probably like enough other people that we all get $2, but I am quite competitive, so I just needed to keep playing the other day, and I bought some gold bars. Anyway, let's do this one right here so we can get the fit. So I've been trying to make a lot of money in the meantime, and so that means I do a lot of typing, which I've told you guys before, so that means I can't put on the nails, and I got really self-conscious about the idea of, even though I've done it before, of coming on here without nails. And I mean, so basically my two jobs are taking over my life right now. If you've been here before, you also know that I am in the process of getting my master's in education. Oh look, it's telling me you made it to the final knockouts and all-stars. Get ready for the next stage, because the next stage isn't started yet, so it's giving me different goals in the meantime. And you do different like quests, so I've collected 3,000 green candies. Sometime I'll do a video where I just kind of narrate all this. Sorry if I'm all over the place right now. I feel like, you know, when you sit down with a friend who you haven't seen in a year, and it's like you both have 25 topics to cover. I feel like that's what's happening right now. So I'm getting my master's. I have all my courses done, but I decided to write a thesis. I am through, like, I got all of the permissions and all of the ethics stuff I need to do. I have my literature review done. I have run the numbers. I've done my analysis. Now it's just really the writing part. So I actually even took this semester off because my year at work has been so overwhelming that I just want to give it my best. Catch the dragons and the egg collectors to release them back home. Don't worry, we guarantee you something. Oh, because I'm on a new device. Usually I play this on my phone. It's explaining how it works. So we have to get the gummy dragons all the way down here, and they can only fall into places where there are eggs, and in this case there are eggs across the whole bottom, so we are good to go. So I have one more semester left. I'm going to go back when the spring semester starts. So in May, I am in a province where we do go to school until quite late in June. So I will have to be doing both at the same time, but I work at a primary school, so our May and June, it's not like we're getting ready for exams or I have lots of papers to be grading or anything like that. Like, that'll be my winding down time. I don't think we're even going to be able to do it with 5 more moves, so let's just give up and try again. So, and also the semester goes until August, so I'm thinking having all of July and most of August, I will finally be able to get it done. So in teaching, that does mean that I get a pay raise to have my master's. some jobs to become like a literacy specialist. Okay, we can do it with 15 more. At a school, or I've been looking at even the idea of getting on the education faculty, like at a college. I don't know how outside the realm of possibility that is. I mean, I have 10 years experience and several degrees, but I feel like a Canadian coming in, it's going to be like, I'm sure there are enough American teachers who want to teach teachers how to be teachers. Like, that is my ultimate goal. And right now, I'm working so closely with my supervisor at the university I'm at that I also like the idea of getting into the research realm, which, like, so in my school we use UFly, which is a phonics program that teaches kids how to read, and it has, like, changed the lives of my students, and I'm not even being dramatic. So, I mean, I would love to work with a company like that doing quantitative analysis about the effectiveness of their programs and things like that. Is this topic putting some of you to sleep? Anyway, that's where I've been. Here's the thing. I love this too. So I would also do this forever. But I'm way too much of a scaredy cat to only be self-employed. Like, if I'm being really, really honest with myself, I like my work from home job better than I like teaching. It doesn't pay as much, but it is so much easier and even, like, fun, I would call it. Not that teaching isn't fun, it's just if you have a hard year, it's kind of hard to remember that teaching is fun sometimes. But it's like gig work, so I can't guarantee that tomorrow I would even have a job with this company, so it's not like I could quit my job to do it. That's the way I feel about YouTube. If I ever, started making money from YouTube, which I don't, this is just a hobby, which I'm trying to embrace my hobbies now that the sun is coming out and I'm kind of coming back to life. I'm trying to become myself again, which I feel like maybe a lot of people can relate to. Oh, are we gonna spend our last 16? No. 4% of players have ever gotten this far. But I just feel like I'm at a mega crossroads, and I mean, obviously, I haven't even discussed the idea of, I haven't even mentioned to you guys that, in the last couple months, because my boyfriend and I have been talking about this all year, that now, which is something I didn't think I'd ever say, it kind of sounds scary to be a Canadian in the States right now. So I don't know how much that changes things. And also, of course, which is why I brought up the pay raise for the masters. My dad is like, so you're finally going to be making like the top of your pay scale, like for time in and qualifications, and you're going to quit your permanent job. And I don't really have the answers. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I know that I can't spend the next 20 years teaching. It has changed too much, even just from my first couple of years. The behaviors, unless there was a significant change, I don't see how any teacher is not going to be burned out within a few years of teaching. So it's sad, it's very sad to say. Ooh, look, we're gonna get it. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. I know I need a change. Anyway, but even if YouTube became something, I would still need a job that's like, this is your pension, and this is your health insurance, and this is your, that's just the kind of safe person I am. And to kind of put this all in context, situation where now I do have some savings, and, you know, starting over could be a real thing for me. I own my home. I don't rent. I don't own it. I have a mortgage. But you know, if I decided for sure I was moving and I sold that, then that would go towards a down payment for a new house. So I'm not starting from scratch. But it is uncertain to the point that it freaks me out. And I kind of feel like I'm oversharing, maybe. But maybe, hopefully, this is kind of relatable to you guys. That if you have a big question mark over your head right now, and listen, I used to always do my friends' schedules and stuff in university. I would love to be some sort of academic advisor. If you are young and you don't know what to do with your life, it's okay to not know at 18. I think the craziest thing we do in this world is ask people to figure out their forevers at 18. And now here I am at 34, kind of realizing that, you know, I get to make my own forever. I don't have to follow the path that I thought I would take. But it's scary as heck. So maybe I'm definitely gonna need some suggestions for videos. I definitely want to film a video where I just play Candy Crush and kind of let the sounds like this happen, and not ramble on and on about major life changes. I definitely am going to keep up with the McDonald's videos because you seem to like them, and, you know, obviously I love filming them. I would like to keep up with the Pokemon, even though I don't have that many people that watch them. We could also look at some real estate. That's what I've been spending all my time doing. As soon as my boyfriend mentions the name of even a county, I don't even need to know the name of the city. Just give me a general location and I'm going to be looking at homes in that whole area. So maybe we could do that, but then obviously I don't want to show you guys where I am moving. But maybe once I know, we could look at real estate from some of the other places. Wow, okay. They speed through this really fast. That's probably not very relaxing for you guys. I'll see if I can change the settings on them. Oh, my cats are in a royal rumble, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna try and go and maybe film a few more videos, because I know what will happen if this is the only one I film. I will put it up, and then a nail will break off, or I'll feel like I don't have time to film, and I will end up with one video, nothing else to post, and then you won't see me for 4 months again. So, I'm gonna go. Let me know what you'd like to see. This is a safe place, a safe space. If you would like to share some of your life goals, some of the stuff you're going through right now, I would love to chat with you